Everyone, welcome to Adding It All Up. My name is Sarah. I am a cash budgeter. I'm an accountant. I'm an EA by trade, and I started this channel to help people because I just kept getting it for my clients. So I figured, why not, right? So here is the next installment of the student loan debt crisis issue that they have come out with. So there is a new update on the U.S. Department of U.S. Department of Education site under the federal student aid site. There's four things that there's four dates, guys, that I want you to kind of like put into your head if you are part of the 45 million people that are getting student loan cancellation. So the first one is the online app. They are still promising it to come out at the beginning of October sometime. So keep looking on the website or go ahead and sign up for the updates on the website. I have signed up on the website for updates. We'll see what happens. They keep saying that they should have that online for an app, or there should be some type of paper that you can file too if you want to file a paper return also. We're not really sure what that is, but right now they're saying the app is the best place to go. The second date is November 15th. You should send in your application by then so that you don't miss the processing time that it takes. So if you have your application in by November 15th, then you would be able to make sure that the U.S. Department of Education has all of your information to recalibrate your student loan debt, so you would know January 31st what exactly you're supposed to pay for that first payment that's coming in January. And right now it's showing that there is a lot of people that probably do need to apply just to make sure that, that they have your information. The third date is January 31st of 2023. Basically, if your student loan debt cancellation does not bring it to a zero, you're going to have the loan payment. So make sure that you apply early so that you can make sure you make it through that process by November 15th. And then the fourth date is December 31st, 2023 is actually the deadline for the student loan forgiveness program. So if you have not applied, or you have not gotten your forgiveness, or you have just been slacking, they're giving you a year. So make sure that you go in and apply for it and get it done and get it out of the way. And I'll keep updating you guys with new information as it comes. The other thing is I want you to remember there are four things if you decide to take the student loan, or when you start applying for the student loan debt. It's not if you decide, it's when you want, right? One, you need to check to see if you're eligible. Sorry, I got this, it's the allergy outside. So basically, I had done a YouTube video on this. That was the very first one. I'll reiterate again, if you had a Pell Grant, you will get up to $20,000 in relief. If you had regular grant, you get up to $10,000 in relief. And the AGI, which is your adjusted gross income for tax purposes, are basically on the 2021 and 2020 tax return. If you had under 125 for single, or 250 for married filing jointly, or head of household. If you don't know what head of household is, then you probably aren't it. The other thing is that you need to prepare. So make sure that you go onto the studentaid.gov and make sure your contact information is up to date on the studentaid.gov. And then also you can actually receive text alerts, so you can actually get some information back from the U.S. Department of Treasury on that. And then also, if you don't have a studentaid.gov account, you should go ahead and create one so you can manage your loans at this point, right? And then make sure that you submit your application. That's like the most important. You will need to check to see if you need to apply. And the reason I say that is because 45 million loans are going to be, have some type of loan forgiveness to them. And of those, 8 million people are not going to have to apply, but the rest of y'all are going to have to apply. So that's a lot of people. 6 million of you have already updated your information through FAFSA. You've updated it every single year because you're still in school. And then the other ones are income-driven loans that they have actually reduced your income, or you have reduction in income. So they have your information to reduce your loan payment. So you might not need to then. But I would just go ahead and get on the website and double check to make sure that that you don't have to apply. So that is my second tip. My third tip is if you have not filed your 2020 or 21 tax return, either because you didn't have to or you needed to, if you needed to, please file it because they are not going to give you this loan forgiveness without that filing. Also, if you just haven't, if you didn't have to, you are going to need to apply on, with the application, you're definitely going to have to apply. And then please, please, please make sure you update your information at U.S. Department of Education. And you can sign up for updates. I'll link the website below. So you can just click on it and go there, and then you'll be able to, sign up for any kind of updates that are going on with U.S. Department of Education. This is one thing I want you guys to be very aware of when this all starts rolling out. You might be getting some scammer calls that start asking you for personal information. They said they're not going to do that. They're not going to reach out and contact you like that. So I would definitely be very wary of anybody that starts asking you for information. They would have all that information there if you had applied for all that already. The other thing is I want to get into, because I am a tax person, so that's where I started, and I'm a tax person and I love taxes. So taxes, basically, the IRS and the federal government is stating that this loan forgiveness is not going to be taxable to the person. But the states haven't weighed in yet. There's about 6 or 7 states that have said, we might make this taxable. So I just want you guys to be aware that the states will probably at the 9th hour, literally, tell us whether or not this is going to be taxable in your state. Those of you that don't have state taxes, like Texas, or who's my other one that doesn't have state taxes? Texas, Florida, Washington. If you don't have state taxes, then you don't have to worry about anything, right? So for sure you're not getting any kind of taxable income to your, added to your state taxes. But if you are in a state that you do have to file a tax return, then yes, you need to be aware that you might have to actually pay some tax on this forgiveness, which I know would kind of blow. But they are working through it right now to make sure that, each state, so elections are coming up right in November. So they're working through it to make sure that each state, it's a state individual responsibility, just like with your unemployment that you got during COVID. Some states had unemployment taxable, some states had unemployment non-taxable. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to throw it into the comment section. I will try to reach out and get back to each and every one of my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed or liked this video yet and you made it to this far, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to make sure that this is easy information for you guys, that it gets updated on a weekly basis, if not sooner than that, if I get any information at all. So everyone have a great day, and we will see you in the budgets.